Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I got a nice one for you today. It's all about the wise man who have knowledge of a few things. That's what makes him wise. Knowing one thing don't make you too wise. Let's talk about it. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you are a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical. And if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself, and yeah, too might not be true. Right thinkers. Peaceful philosophy says the wise man has knowledge of a few things. That's wisdom. Most people have a knowledge of religious systems. They think but you need to know more than that. Okay, I got spiritual knowledge and I got the religious biblical knowledge. I got philosophical knowledge. I got a little bit of everything. Stoics. I got everybody's stuff. I call it the gumbo. All right, let's rock. I put it together and it all comes out right eventually. I hope. All right. I study daily. Yeah. Why? Because I like to learn and know about things in life that I can use to help me better myself. That's why. And I've been on this student advocate for a while now, 35 years to be exact. I've been chasing the truth. And when I found it, I held on, and now I'm just sharing it with you. Let's go. That's why I say I do what I do for you. I'm trying to help somebody else to do what they did for me, change their life and get them to do right. I tell you, I'm a student of what? The lessons of life. I'm learning them as I go. And I'm teaching what I know. That's it. I only want to teach what I know. And I love learning new things. So daily, I'm excited about what? Learning something else, something new. I got books I read every day, but I get something new. You can read it 20 times and get a little different understanding pretty much every time. So it's a state of mind that you're in when you start studying, and I keep my study state of mind. I am an information junkie. I like this getting information. I like knowing things. I like learning things. So yeah, that's where it comes from. And so I gain more knowledge every day from anything spiritual. Okay, anything that's right, I'm picking that up, putting it in my bag, so to speak. Right, and I use it. Anything that I get, I use. If I got it, I'm going to use it. I got it for that reason. God gave you gift. If you don't use it, He take it away. If you don't cultivate it and nurture it and expound on it, He take it away. My gift is to learn and teach. So I'm just doing what I do best and what comes natural for me. And I watch other teachers, not to critique them, but I just listen, not critique, but comparing. They teaching what I'm teaching. So I watch them in the Kemetic concept. They teach Egypt philosophy. I put my twist on it, but it's still the same philosophy. So we all know and teach the same thing. I take pride in that. I love that. Why? I'm not teaching something that, no. They all do the same thing. Okay, so I got no problem with that. And I watch to see how much far out of, no, man, I'm right where I need to be. And they know what they're talking about. But unlike the Bible thumpers, what we teach the same thing. just our own way. And it's, like I say, the Bible, if it's understood correctly and presented right, it will work for you. I see that. I know that. I don't practice it, but I see it in action. That's how I know. So I don't have no problem with it. Again, whatever you find that works for you, that's what you do. That's what it's all about. This fries getting on my damn nerve. All right, excuse me. But I'm like the Bible. Okay, of course you read the Bible. Okay, if you're not practicing and learning what you're reading, it's to teach. It's a book to lessons, life lessons. You're supposed to learn from it, not just, well, I read the Bible, I know the verse, and be able to quote a verse here and there. Are you living it? My dude, live that book. Yeah, so I respect for that point. I understand that. But me teaching my Egyptian philosophy, I see other people teaching it. It's all the same thing. Mayat is Mayat is Mayat. Okay, yeah, it ain't changing. Y'all got issue with Christ. Did he live? Did he get crucified? Y'all got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I ain't got time for that. Moving on. All right. So, while knowing about, while knowing about a few different things, okay, that's the way to go. Why? My man said, if you only know one book, you don't know nothing. And some people just know one book, that Bible. And what's in that Bible, it pretty much ain't in no other book. So that's a unique book in its own. I don't do the Bible. I don't do the belief system. I don't do religion, a.k.a. I call it what? The well-dressed lie wrapped in some truth. I know the truth in the Bible. The question is the people who follow it. They need to know. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't follow it, so to make a difference, I know the truth and I know the truth. But I've been told I'm more Christian than most Christians. Why? I know the Bible. I never said I didn't know the Bible. I got Bibles everywhere. I don't read and teach from them. That would make me a pastor or a preacher. I'm neither one. So, again, I ain't going there. I ain't going to do that. But if you're religious, and that's fine, God damn it. Hold on, excuse me. I'm sorry, but I'm fighting element here. I got to try to take I'm sorry about that. But, again, if you're religious, that's fine. But if that's what's working for you, if you're working from a belief system, that's based on the concept that you believe what they tell you. I don't subscribe to that theory. That's why I don't do the belief system. I do the knowing. And if you practice right there philosophy daily, it will get you into touch with God. But it'll get you guys' attention. That's my job. I ain't trying to say you are God. No, I ain't got time for that. But I can instruct you on how to get to God. That's the difference. And I know I'm God in the flesh. I know that self. AKA, I'm a human being, okay? A spiritual being having a human experience. The human part of me is not who I am. The spiritual part is. When you become conscious of that, that's heart-mind coherence. You know you raise your human conscious level from ego to what? Superior knowledge. But I am God conscious as a human also. I'm God conscious. I think, I study, I learn, I practice, so I know. I don't have to believe in a damn thing about God. Not one bit. Why? I know. With self-knowledge and knowledge of God, you don't have belief in that. You got knowledge of that. I know who the God I serve. I know who the God blesses me. I don't know who you believe know about, but I'm just trying to tell you, how you do these things, the God that watches and knows, that's what he'll see. Spiritual knowledge, a.k.a. God knowledge, is not biblical knowledge. Biblical knowledge is belief system. They tell you stories about God, and that's fine. I understand the process. I get it. Y'all think the Bible is a literal book. That's the problem. And please, if you change that state of mind, you can learn so much from that book. You can learn a lot from that book. And the Bible is what we call dogma. Man-made philosophies and concepts, okay, made up by man to what? To oppress another man. To oppress, not impress God. They trying to play God and oppress man under their rules. They change the words in the Bible. The King James Version don't call Yahweh Yahweh. Why not? Why you change the name? Change the color, foot of brass, hair, wool, he's stringy hair, and white. Why you change the color? Why you change all that? That's if it's you don't fix something that ain't broke. We had a system that was perfect, wasn't broke at all, didn't need fixing. So Yah fixed it. I practice what I know from my ancient ancestors, Maya. That's the original philosophical way of life, teaching you what moral and ethical code to stand on so you can prove yourself worthy at Judgment Day with what a pure heart. They teach that. That's what I learned from the Maya philosophy. I didn't get that from the Bible. I didn't get that from nobody. I got it from my ancient ancestors, what they've been laying around. I went to the pyramid and got every information I can get. And now I know more about me than I ever did. Moving on. And I also know God. I never knew him. Now I know him. And I live according to those philosophical rules that I stand on. Our ancient ancestors, they knew the deal. Why? They were the starters of the damn whole concept of religion and serving higher self. That's why, and we got the blueprints to prove it. Spiritual knowledge. Again, knowledge of God, how to get to God, how to serve God, how to respect and worship God. Y'all still caught up in they got this head, they got that head, they got many gods. Again, misinterpretation, not learning. And with spiritual knowledge, it gives you the way and the means to reach what we call nihas. Y'all call it spiritual enlightenment, Christhood, whatever. But we call it nihas. We knew about that a long time ago, becoming one with God, the Son and Bundle, the supreme good. We had all that already mapped out for thousands of years. The Bible, God bless y'all who love it. The King James Version, that's y'all back. It's the King James Version. It's King James Version. It's King James Version. Okay. And see, certain issues I couldn't tolerate years ago with that. I haven't gotten better, so I let y'all have that. We got an Ethiopian version. Why I prefer the King James Version? King James Version is white. Ethiopian version is black. That's all I got to say. If I'm black, I would want to have the black version. If I'm white, okay, King James, no problem. I got a buddy. He's a Trump supporter. He white. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be my buddy. That's what I'm trying to say. Wait a minute, no, I pick it. Yeah, so I'm trying to show you. It don't make a difference, but it's your choice. So the Bible teaches you to be Christ-like. And I ain't got a problem with that, okay? I am just as Christ-like as you are, okay? Calling me Christian. Why? I live a righteous and good life just like Christ did. What? Saying what? Doing the same thing he did. Teaching them, living what I'm doing. I just ain't pissing off the powers that be no more. Why? I ain't trying to get strung up. Or the other nonsense. Well, here they just shut you down. All right. So, right thinking philosophy, aka what I call my spiritual gumbo. I have knowledge of a whole bunch of different religious philosophies, a whole bunch of every they got out there, okay? Historically and philosophically and religiously. I understand it and I know them all. I don't practice none of them. Okay, so it ain't my lack of knowing about them. No, I'm not ignorant to none of them. I'm familiar with all of them and don't practice them. What that tell you? Moving on. But let me get to this lesson. Spiritual knowledge. Okay, right here. With spiritual gumbo is having spiritual knowledge of a few things. And I have a little bit of all religious concepts that some of them I even use. Okay, I ain't got a problem with that. My pastor, my best friend, when he give me advice in life, and he do, it's all biblical. Okay, I know that. Why? That's what he is. That's I already know when I go. That's what I'm gonna get. He can't give me right thinking. He can't give me philosophy that he don't have. So that's my concept. But my spiritual knowledge is that I have a little bit of everything. So I call it gumbo. In gumbo, it's a little bit of everything in there. That's why I do it. If you know gumbo, you get the concept. All right. But right thinking philosophy. If you know anything about gumbo, it has a little bit of everything in it. I watched my old man making one regret. I let him get away without getting the gumbo recipe. Oh, everybody got no. My old man had. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, moving on. But yeah, he didn't need no book. He didn't write nothing down. He knew from whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he was good at that. All right. So right thinking philosophy uses only proven philosophical concepts that I know for myself from practicing that I institute in my philosophy because I know they work. And that's a little bit of every spiritual philosophy that I lean from or glean from, learn something from that I can use and put into mine. I'm not anti-philosophical philosophy that, that ain't mine, I ain't using. No, if it work, I'll take that. Okay? I took what I like from every aspect that I studied from over the last 30 some odd years. Okay? And I rolled them all up in a nice little neat little package, and I serve it to you a little bit every day. My gumbo, spiritual gumbo. Okay? I'm the orchestrator of that plate. Alright? Hope you like it. So again, where we at? Right thing. Okay, right thing philosophy is my unique way of teaching a philosophy of all aspects of different philosophy combined into what I call right thinking philosophy. But it's spiritual gumbo, a little bit of everything. That's why. Wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. Oh, this is pretty quick. I ran through this one. All right, let me get out the way. Right thinking philosophy again is not a religion. It's not only one thing. It's a few things that you can learn and acquire and master for yourself, and you have every situation that you're going to be confronted with, every religious philosophy you're going to hear about, you have all those bases covered. So hence, you know all. That's right. I have mastered all other areas of my life outside of right thinking philosophy. I've got a master's degree in culinary, culinary arts degree. Okay, I got Greek philosophy degree. I got a bunch of stuff about other things. I ain't just a one-trick pony. That's my point. Okay, I see running down my little resume for somebody. I ain't got time for that. I ain't auditioning for no job. Okay, but these are things that I acquired. That I got in my pocket. Okay, I carry around with me like y'all do y'all stuff like a badge of honor. All right, but yeah, I am a scholar who knows how to make a dollar. It's plain to see. Why I come from the streets. I know how to hustle. I can take nothing and make something. Back in my day, I leave out the house with nothing in my pocket, but I use my wit. I come home pocket full of money. Can you do that? Or you can't do that. But you can still do it now, I guess. You go rob somebody. You got a gun, you make money real fast. All right. But yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm a spiritual master. I got streetology knowledge. I graduated from college. I have all my degrees, and it's all short. It falls short with what? The master degree I got in me. That's the degree that I brag about and love so dear. Why? The rest of them are just fanfare. Okay, someone else's opinion. When God gives you the okay, that's the degrees you want, like me. At Judgment Day, that's what you want flashing. There you go. They get a jail free card. And now the self-mastery card, that's the card you want pass at Judgment Day. Here, take my heart. That's your ticket right there. Okay? Let me go. Yeah, I'm a master from every aspect. And I have a master's degree from what? From Freak Out University. Everybody freak me. I did all. But don't mess with me. Okay? What I mean is I'm good in everything I say, do, or be about. Trust me. Wrapping it up. Not bragging. They can tell you. If you can back up what you say, that ain't bragging. My name is Mark, but you can call me Master P Funk. Why? Because right thinking. I have my master's and my PhD degree. Trust me. You want to know yourself? Listen to me. I got you. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who now understanding having knowledge of a few things makes you wiser and faster away. Get knowledge of yourself and learn about everything else on the side. I'm out.